And welcome back. Our next guests are the executive director and principal violinist of the Harlem Chamber Players. And he joined us to speak about the professional music group, provide a spotlight on their musicians, and promote their upcoming Black History Month concert, and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Liz Player and Ashley Horne. How are you? Welcome.
Doing great.
Hi,
How are
thank you
you?
very much for having us.
Nice to see you guys.
Absolutely.
Now, are we talking about the Uptown Harlem Chamber of Commerce?
No,
Of
we're not.
course.
This
The
is a
Harlem
different
Chamber.
group. Yeah, this is the Harlem Chamber Players,
Yeah.
which is a classical music group.
Yeah. Are you associated with them, though, in any way?
No, we're not. We definitely know who they are and have a good relationship with them, but we're very different.
Yeah. All right. So tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you got started in this music business.
I'm a clarinetist, and I've been playing the clarinet for many years. And I've always loved chamber music more than anything else. So I started the group in 2008 with some of my friends, just like Ashley Horne, who is here, a violinist, and some other players. And we started in a little church in Harlem, and
All
we
right.
grew from there.
Yeah. And Ashley?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you get into it?
Well, I mean, just the Harlem Chamber Players, I think Liz said it best. I've been playing the violin for quite some time. I basically went to Juilliard, came to New York, and stayed.
Yeah. No, I mentioned the Uptown Chamber of Commerce because they do so many wonderful things. Lloyd Williams and the crew uptown. So I thought you were working
Yes.
with him because they do a lot of Black History Month programs, and I thought you would be right in there involved in that whole thing. But I'm glad you guys are out there and educating people and creating the awareness that you guys are here to let them know that you're playing and that that
Yeah.
you're giving them some great music. Um, uh, are are you playing anywhere next where we can come and see and check it out? What's
We
coming
have
up?
numerous concerts happening in February, of course, for our Black History Month concert.
Yeah.
But the one that's drawing the most attention is our 15th annual Black History Month celebration, which takes place on February 15th at 6:30 p.m.
Uh-huh.
It is a free concert that's open to the public and will take place at the Schomburg Center for
Oh,
Research in
yeah.
Black Culture.
See, you're right up there. That's right in the same area. Yeah. That's the 15th,
That's correct.
February 15th.
I'm sorry, February 16th.
It's the 16th. I think
It's
I think I see the 15th on that flyer. Put the flyer back up there for a hot second. Yeah, that says the
Yes,
15th.
that's why
The 16th.
Oh, the 15th
it's the
annual. It's on the
15th
16th. Yes. Okay, you're right.
annual Black History Month concert. That's why I got mixed up myself, but it's
Yeah.
on February 16th.
Got it. At the Schomburg Center at 6:30.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
I will.
correct.
We'll try to get on up there and take a look because I would love to see you guys in action.
Oh, I hope you can make it. It should be an exciting concert. It will be a very varied
Hmm.
program.
Yeah. How many guys are playing with you?
There are 9 performers altogether, including Terrence McKnight of WQXR, who is the host, avant-garde, jazz virtuoso, pianist composer Arjuan Ortiz, the renowned jazz clarinetist Don Byron, of course, Ashley Horne here with the Harlem Chamber Players Quartet.
Yeah.
And we also have a flutist, percussionist, and joining us as well.
All right. Beautiful.
Very
What?
exciting concert.
Yeah. What can people expect at the 15th annual celebration on the 16th of February at the
I think
Schomburg?
I think that the people can expect to be amazed. I think that the people can expect to have a varied musical experience. I think that that's probably the best way of putting it.
Yeah. And why is this event so important to the Harlem Chamber Players?
Well, one of our missions is to promote diversity in classical music, and that's through our multi-ethnic collective of musicians. Black and brown people are so underrepresented in the classical music arena. And we have Black musicians, brown musicians, Asian people of
Everybody.
all backgrounds. And also we are also presenting composers of color that also need to be heard in the classical music arena. This program itself is varied. We're starting off with a little bit of jazz. Then we have a world premiere that's commissioned by the Harlem Chamber Players by Arjuan Ortiz. That's going to be very avant-garde, experimental. And then we're going to go back to romantic classical music, ending with the Samuel Coleridge Taylor Clarinet Quintet by the African British composer Samuel Coleridge Taylor. So you get a variety of classical music and a little bit of jazz as well.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, now, wait a minute. Where can we get tickets?
Tickets are on Eventbrite. If you go on our website, www.harlemchamberplayers.org, you'll find a link directly to the Schaumburg Eventbrite site. Registration is required, so I advise you to RSVP soon because these concerts tend to be at capacity. The tickets go quickly because it's free.
Ashley, do you have a tambourine that I can mess with?
No. I'm a violinist, and happily so. I enjoy the tambourine. I think it's a fantastic instrument, but that's not what I do.
No, I was wondering if I can, come down and maybe join you guys.
You can do whatever you would. I just want. You can bring your tambourine. You can bring your whatever floats your boat.
There you go.
We just want everybody to enjoy the diaspora.
Yeah.
Of composers that we have, and the varying performers. Everybody's spectacular. Everyone is spectacular.
Yeah. And you know how important, in light of Black History Month, you know how important the drums are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit, because
well, I mean, African drumming, that is basically, I think, the biggest thing that Black people have brought from Africa, and even during so we would use drums to communicate, to tell messages, to speak to the next village. And then when we got over to the United States, we brought that tradition with us and did the same thing, communicated, and it's become part and parcel of the music of the United States. We use drums. I mean, the drums in rock and roll, the drums in jazz, the drums in everything. We have really made the drums very, very important in American society, not just in jazz and in rock and roll and all of those other things. It's endemic in our society right now.
That's right. And I heard it is a form of communication. And in the early days in America, the drums were not wanted because it was a form of communication, and you were able to use the drums to tell people other things. So, and that's when I think we switched off into spirituals.
That's correct.
Wade in the water.
That's it. Well, that's it. That's that particular piece. It's funny that you put that there. Is that in the Tillis string quartet? That is one of the major spirituals that we use in the Tillis quartet.
Yeah.
So that I should say Frederick Tillis used in his string quartet. Right. So Wade in the Water is very, 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 very much close to our experience.
Yeah, and there was a big message in that too. If you couldn't communicate with the drums, you use spirituals.
That's correct.
And if you're going to wade in the water, it was telling people, hey, if you want to run away, to freedom, wade in the water because the hound dogs can't sniff you out.
That's correct. And bring a reed so you can breathe and do whatever you need to do in order to survive.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad you guys are doing what you're doing, and we hope that we can come down and and sit back, kick off our shoes and relax our feet and just watch you guys perform instead of being the one on stage trying to, entertain everybody all the time.
I can guarantee personally that everybody will find something fantastic and magical with the program that we are presenting. And matter of fact, and this goes for every program that we do in the Harlem Chamber Players, we always try to be as inclusive as we can possibly be, not only with the membership of not only the musicians, but also the composers. And we want to hear from everybody. We just love, we love modern music. We love the old standards, the old canon, Bach, Brahms, but we also like Jesse Montgomery, who's fantastic. We also Samuel Coleridge Taylor, who's not with us, but every much, so much music that he's written, really people don't know about. We like Florence Price, another fantastic female composer who happens to be Black. And matter of fact, I'd like to put a plug in this. We probably have more
you got 10 seconds.
String quartets. Okay, we probably have more music for women's composers than probably most any other group.
Liz, where can we get all this information? Do you have a website, social media?
Absolutely. www.harlemchamberplayers.org. We're also on Instagram at Harlem Players, Harlem Chamber Players on Facebook. You can also find us on Twitter.
Thank you so much. Liz Play, Executive Director and Clarinetist, and the Harlem Players, and Ashley Horne, Principal Violinist, the Harlem Chamber Players. We thank you guys so much for joining us, and you're always welcome back. In fact, we're going to open up the studios where you can come back and play live, okay?
Love to.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Thank you for having us.
Love to.
Thank you so much. We'll take a quick break right here. I've got more on the way coming up next on Open.